Well, I think Tottenham Hotspur fans needs to question the board as to the reason why they waited this long to fire Thomas Frank. Because you had to wait till when you were almost down at the bottom of the table, and then you're firing him to bring in who to come and do which magic. Right, so those are some of the questions. Sometimes you question the ambition of the Tottenham Hotspur board, right? And of course, it was there for 8 months. Within the space of these 8 months, had a lot of up and downs. They're doing well in the European competition, talking about the Champions League, but in the Premier League is where they seem to have the problem. But I remember when he was hired, I think their first 5 or 6 games, if I'm not mistaken, it was just a cruise control. They were winning games. They were playing well. I guess because they still have a lot of these players available up until they started having injury issues. And of course, the 2-1 loss to Newcastle didn't help the matter at all. I think that was an icing on the cake for the board, and they had to let him go. His story is very fascinating because, when he was at Brentford for like 7 or 8 years, and, it was very, very outstanding. And that's the reason why Tottenham poached him. And, he said yes to Tottenham. And coming in, he felt like he could, partake in a project that could see Tottenham move to the next level, but it wasn't meant to be. For me, I feel like he's just an average coach, if you ask me. I wish him the best of luck. But again, when it comes to club business, especially the top 6 clubs or 7 clubs in the Premier League, if you're not careful, you can get fired at any time. And looking at his stats are very, very poor. He has the lowest winning percentage in recent history among the top 6 club managers that have been hired in recent history. So that shows how bad it was. He has the lowest winning percentage. And of course, the fans are already, talking about his style of play. They don't like the style of play. They're not attacking enough. Tottenham could sometimes in a 90-minute get just 2 shots on target, 3 shots on target. That's not good enough. And in terms of who they would hire as a new coach, well, they probably won't hire a new coach until, summer. But for interim sake, right, I think their former coach, talking about Harry Redknapp, has already said he fancies the interim coach job. And if he's asked to do it, definitely will come in. The only thing he needs to change is just to take them back to the basics. And that's exactly what I said earlier. Stringing 2-3 passes together, be able to, gain possession, control the game. They are not able to do that. And if you're not doing that, then you can't win anything. And that's exactly, where they find themselves. And realistically now, they are fighting for relegation. And I said that in my previous post. They are officially fighting for relegation. I hope somebody can come in and help them out.